Unit 1 Review, Question 13. Your monthly income is $2,250. You need $600 for rent, $350 for food, $175 for utilities, $75 for cell phone service, and $125 for transportation. And here comes the question. How much money do you have left over after you pay these bills? So first, if we think about this problem, we can take your monthly income and we could subtract off each of your expenses one at a time. So let's first write this as a string of operations written horizontally that can be used to represent this problem. So we want to write this as one expression instead of subtracting one at a time. We're going to start with your $2,250, subtract your rent, subtract your food, utilities, cell service, and transportation. So this is a horizontal representation, and now we want to find this result. That's how much money you have left over, and answer is a complete sentence. So let's do this on the calculator. So we're going to put these in one at a time and just keep subtracting. So I'm going to hit minus again. It's going to give us a running total, but we're going to put them all in at once. Minus 350, minus 175, minus 75, minus 125. And press equals, and our result is 925. So our answer is a complete sentence. We'll refer back to the question. You have $925 left over after you pay bills. Let's look at the next one. So here we have problems that have multiple operations and they are all addition and subtraction like the last one. So we need to use a rule that we learned about before. When you add or subtract 2 or more times in one problem, you will perform the operations from left to right. Okay, so let's start with this one. So notice it's all addition or subtraction, so I'm going to start at the left, move to the right. You don't want to deviate from this path. Notice if I did 7 plus 2 first, that would be minus 9, and we don't want to subtract 9. We want to subtract 7 and add 2. So working from left to right helps us get this correct. So I'm going to highlight each operation I perform and then write down the rest of the expression each time so I make sure I don't miss anything. Next we have 9 plus 8. Next we have 17 plus 9, which is 26. Then we have 26 minus 7, which is 19. And finally, 19 plus 2, which is 21. It's a very good idea to do this, again, one step at a time, and then write your results horizontally. Resist the urge to skip writing all of these parts down because you could miss one in the end. Okay. The next one, so we're going to start with 200 minus 10. 190 minus 70 minus 80 plus 90 minus 30. Next we have 190 minus 70, which is 120, minus 80 plus 90 minus 30. 120 minus 80 is 40, plus 90 minus 30. 40 plus 90 is 130 minus 30, and finally 130 minus 30 is 100. Let's look at the next one. You and two of your friends attend a casino. You are given $900 in chips, which you share equally among the 3 of you. By the end of the night, you have 5 times as much as your portion after sharing the original chips. Here comes the question. How many dollars in chips do you have at the end of the night? So first let's write a string of operations to represent this horizontally. So first, you had the $900 and you shared it among the three of you equally. So you divided that by 3. Okay. So notice, if we look at this result, you'll have $300 each. But we want to write one single string, and it says that you have 5 times as much as your portion at the end of the night. So you want to take your 300 and multiply by 5. Okay. So let's do this on the calculator because I want to show you something. So notice if we do this left to right, 900 divided by 3 times 5, we get $1,500. So your $300 times 5 is $1,500. Now if we multiplied first, which is incorrect, we'd have 900 divided by 15. Well, that's like you're sharing the $900 with 15 people instead of 3. The result would be 60, which is incorrect. So our final answer is we found that it was $1,500 at the end of the night. Let's look at the next question. So here we're going to perform the indicated operations. All of the operations are multiplication and division, and like we saw, when you need to multiply or divide 2 or more times, you perform the operations from left to right. So here there's division and multiplication. You start with the division because it's on the left. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now we have 4 times 4, and 4 times 4 is 16. Looking at the next one, 48 divided by 8, well, that's 6, and we're going to bring down the rest of the problem. Okay, resist the urge to perform them out of order. Let's do one step at a time. 6 times 3 is 18. Sometimes if you do more than one step at a time, you get it right, but lots of times you get it wrong. So let's just stick with this. 18 times 2 is 36. And 36 divided by 4 is 9.